I will say this, it hasn't been 100% confirmed that companies will go this direction nowadays, but I'm concerned this could be the case. I mean, games were only $50 back in like the 2000s, I believe, and now they're $60. So from here on out, just who knows how much it'll be.
Let's talk about this, shall we? You know, I do my best to keep folks informed about stuff that happens about certain topics. People listen, other times they don't, but that's just how life rolls, you know? Now, allow me to show you blatant proof of what I mean. So I made this video back in 2023, around the time Tears of the Kingdom launched, and ignoring my stuffy voice back then, I made a valid point about how bad the future for gaming pricing was from the looks of it. And just take a look at these comments. Don't care. Get your money up, not your funny up. Sounds like someone couldn't get the new Zelda game. Now take a look at what people are saying about not just the price for the Switch 2, but Mario Kart World in particular. Yeah, it's not looking too good. So not only did I predict the name for Mario Kart World, I also predicted the amount of people that would be complaining about the prices for the console and the games.
What you three have to say now, huh?
Alright, let's cut to the chase and talk about why this is a huge deal. So, that's Switch 2 Direct. It sure was an improvement from the Direct we had a week prior to it. Even though most of the third-party announcements overstayed their welcome, I was satisfied for the most part. But one thing I know I wasn't alone about was wondering what the price was going to be for the console. Cause, you know, since this is a Switch 2 Direct, the most logical thing to do is say the price for the games, and especially the system itself. Well, funny enough, they didn't do that, which led to us fans having to find out on our own. After doing a quick Google search, which I shouldn't even have to be doing, that's when I found out that all hell was about to break loose once the rest of the internet found this out. Switch 2 will be going $450 while some games will cost up to $70 or $80. Now it's starting to come together as to why they didn't mention anything about the prices for the console and games. Either they didn't want to bring the hype down immediately with this Direct, or the economics that go on behind the scenes. It's better to be honest though, so we unfortunately can't let them off the hook. So yeah, sounds like the Switch 2 isn't off to a great start now, is it? And to add insult to injury, the pre-orders for the console were put on hold in the US, leaving places like the UK to pre-order first. Those poor consumers. I wasn't hoping for my first Switch 2 discussion to be so down in the mouth, but here we are. But real talk, this is nowhere near a good sign for the future, because I guarantee you that there's not a single soul out there that will gladly spend almost over $500 for these things. And there's always going to be that one awkward dude in the back calling this a first world problem and telling people to work. So if I'm getting this straight, you'd willingly pay $80 for a video game? This is the same company that'll give you a virtual slap on the wrist if you try to borrow their games for free. Talk about a tough cookie. I mean, is this game gonna feature every playable Mario character, including the ones from Paper Mario, and have every racetrack in the series here? And it only gets worse from here on out. As if the circumstances haven't already reached a low, that Welcome Tour tech demo isn't even bundled in with the console, which means you'll have to pay full price for a tech demo that's meant to show off the capabilities of the system. I wish I was kidding. And knowing Nintendo, they probably haven't learned that people have not been liking the updating games later thing either being free or not. So if games like Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza were to include some bonus content that we'd also have to pay for, it makes even less sense when you think about the console bundle that includes the game, which costs less than buying it physically. One could simply view that as not much of a problem, but as someone who prefers buying physical media, I'd argue it is an issue. I don't even say this much, but think of the children that'll be begging their parents to buy them a Switch 2. Not those spoiled rich kids that are somehow allowed to have social media accounts that have over 10k subs. With prices like these, they might not even get the thing for their birthday or Christmas, which does sadden me a bit, I cannot lie. Even I have to agree with the fact that parents don't deserve to spend their money like that. I hear the excitement surrounding Switch 2, but most of us have seen this move before with the 3DS, where they do a quick price cut shortly after the launch of the system. People are wondering if they'll lower the price after launch, and while I'm hopeful that'll happen, Nintendo needs to go above and beyond if they want the same kind of success with the Switch 2. The price for the console itself isn't even that much of a problem, since it was super predictable as it's a proper Switch upgrade. Or at least I hope it is. If they didn't fix the disconnect and or the drift issue for the Joy-Cons, we're gonna be doing some things that I can't say because it'll get this video demonetized. $450 isn't really a bad price for the system necessarily, but I know a lot of other people who would have preferred $400 and I don't blame them. Based on what they've shown so far, Mario Kart World looks like it has a lot of stuff going on, but is it worth the $80 price tag? No, it's not. No game in this entire universe is worth that price, and absolutely nothing will convince me otherwise. Like, are the cartridges made of gold or something? Or better yet, is this game gonna pay my taxes for me? Still don't believe me about how bad the pricing is? Well, look at this. The live chat for Nintendo Treehouse. 99% of the chats are saying, drop the price. Keep this going. Let them know. Sure, the games look great, but not the amount needed to buy like a gas tank or electric scooter great. Not just that, but I'm quite concerned that the new free roam mode will get old real quick. So, who exactly deserves the blame here, you may ask? Well, thanks to this recent update from GameStop, that goes to the tariffs of the US government. Now, I'm not exactly one to get political on the channel since my thoughts on it are just about the same as everybody else's, so I'll leave that to the pros. Especially since getting involved with drama is the last thing I and several others want to happen. But to put it simple, if something doesn't get done about this sooner, then the launch date for this console isn't gonna be grand. Trump is already an evil person as is, but if he's gonna keep people like us from our beloved hobby, which is gaming, it'll only clinch it for us more. Well, on the bright side, if the high prices don't change, then this potentially means that Sonic Racing Crossworld has a chance of succeeding. Besides all of that, this isn't just a bad thing for the gaming community, it's also bad for the retail stores that sell these products. Can you imagine how the reaction from the employees over at Target, Best Buy, and GameStop are gonna be? If I had to guess, they'll probably start looking for jobs elsewhere now. People are for sure to view this as some random guy hopping aboard the trend of these Switch 2 rant videos, but I'm just here to help by spreading the message of dropping the prices even further. Plus, I'm a huge Nintendo fan. Gotta do what I have to do to make sure that we come out on top in this one. Anyway, what's the ending moral out of all of this? Well, not only does the future of gaming prices seem to be looking way worse than before, what's important here is that